Hello, vinyl community. This is Steve, the eclectic record collector, with 5 records that I would not sell. Now, I have made 10 videos to date, and a lot of the records I've shown in there are not records I would sell. But there are a few that I haven't posted about, and so these are 5 that I wouldn't sell, mostly for sentimental reasons, some for reasons of just rarity and couldn't replace it anyway. So the first record is Disraeli Gears by Cream. This is the original mono reaction disc, and the reason why I have this is, one, I really love, always really loved this record. Had it when I was a teenager, and I don't believe I gave this one to my sister, but when my sister passed away, I had some money and I spent it, some of it, on records. And this is one I went and got. I ordered it from England, and I really, this is the best copy I've ever heard. It was originally recorded in mono, and although I have a stereo reaction, I have a stereo US first pressing, I have a mono US pressing, I have reissues of this. This one still holds up the best. There's something about rock and roll records from that period of time where you get the bass and the drums hitting you all at once. It's just more punch to it. It just seems more intent of what the music is supposed to be. And this one, the U.S. copy of this, the one that everybody had, got back in the day, they tried to make stereo out of a mono mix, and it just didn't work so well. You wouldn't know it if you hadn't heard this. So, yeah, this is never going to be sold. A friend of mine would love to have it, but I ain't selling it to him. So that's my first record. The next record is my original US mono of Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? I got this from a friend of mine. This is the, you see that, can you read that? Mono. Okay. It's in pretty decent shape. It's got 1 or 2 marks and one other thing that just skips right over, but yeah, once again, the mono mix of this just has more punch, more It just hits you better. And I got this record from a friend of mine who was when I went to graduate school to study computer graphics and computer animation and things like that. He was my advisor, well, my second advisor really. But he was a dealer in records, had been for a long time, and he taught me a whole lot about collecting records, what to collect, all about Blue Note jazz, and so I got this record from him when he had a little shop after he lost his job as a teacher because well, he went up for tenure, and even his own sponsor didn't even vote for him. He rubbed people the wrong way sometimes, but so he opened up a record shop, and he did pretty well with it. Eventually he passed away, and I have some records from that collection, but I bought this from him for $50 back when he had a shop not too far away. So that I'll never sell either. The third record I bought from a friend of mine. I have to get my fingers on it here. It's Roscoe Holcomb, The High Lonesome Sound. This is I think in my mind, quintessential bluegrass record. It really goes through the roots of bluegrass. And Roscoe, he don't sound like nobody else. And a friend of mine, 10 years ago, whatever, he came into a little bit of a hard time. He lost his job at the Art Institute because he was old and told the wrong jokes. And so he needed to sell some things. So he sold me some records. I bought this for 20 bucks. And always really liked it. Now, recently, I'll show you it's a blue label, a Folkways blue label. Recently, a good friend of mine's had a Day of the Dead celebration. And, well, the friend I bought this from, well, he passed away too. We were the same age, but he decided to go body surfing at age 70. And, well, it didn't end well. It ended him. And so I had a wake at my house for him, and his sister was here, and all his friends and things like that. Not all of them. He had like hundreds. He was an audio specialist. And there's a song in here called "Beautiful Boy," and I had it playing while I was like hosting this party, and it just brought me to tears. I was I was a mess for a few minutes there. And so, yeah, I could never sell this record. It just reminds me of Dave too much. I have other records of his, but records he played on, but that's one I bought from him. And, well, yeah, I'll never sell this one either. Okay, the fourth record is Bob Dylan's first record. Now, I never really thought a whole lot about, Bob Dylan. I mean, I thought he was a really great songwriter. Back in the day, his voice, was kind of, folk music. And it wasn't, really in my wheelhouse. But one day I picked a copy of this up. It may have been another, like a later pressing. This one is from 1962. It's an original pressing, not a 6i, but it's a 2i, but not with a 360 degree or mono on it. It's just the guaranteed high fidelity. So this is a real early pressing. I've never seen a 6i of this. I hear they go for pretty good money, but this one sounds better than the 2i with the mono 360 or whatever. The later pressings. It sounds a bit better. I pick this up whenever I see it. So this is the one I'm keeping. It's still in the shrink wrap, and I really when I put this on, I suddenly understood Bob Dylan, because he sings with so much passion and energy on this record. It just blew me away. It's like, wow, this guy is really, he's really committed to this, and I won't let this one go either. I know somebody who'd love to have it, but I ain't gonna sell it to him. So there you go. That's this one. Okay, the fifth record. I featured it in the last video I made. Why Jazz Does Not Suck. And the reason why I'm showing this again is because, well, my parents moved down to South Carolina to be with my sister, and they're getting old enough there, and so they have my father could buy a house near a golf course. He loved to play golf. But my father, he was a big band musician. He played alto sax, and when we were packing up the house for him to move down there, I brought a boombox. I may have told the story before, but I brought a boombox, and one of the tapes I brought was a Jackie McLean tape. I don't think it was this one, but he's down there. He goes, stops what he's doing. He goes, "Yeah, that sounds like I used to sound. That sounds like me." I go, "What?" I had no idea. He could he did post bop, bebop, or anything like that. I don't know if he was talking about that kind of music, but my father was a really smart guy, and he probably could have done this thing. He was technically superb. Growing up though, he never really he put the sax away. He never really played it out much. He'd get it out every once in a while, play with my sister on piano. But this record, I have a lot of Jackie McLean records. I have other records that remind me of my father, with Johnny Hodges, which I thought would be more in his wheelhouse. But he said he sounded like Jackie McLean, so this is my favorite Jackie McLean record. It's it's just the most Jackie McLean record I think he ever made. I love the way what he plays, the notes he plays. His sound is it was based on Billie Holiday sound, and so it has a little acerbic tone to it. It's not everybody's taste, but I just love this record, and I ain't gonna part with this one either. This one, I believe this is an original Blue Note. I think it's the right label. It has the little R. You can see there's a little R there. You see that? But I think that's original to it. So again, now, as I said in my last video, and what you see behind me is mostly jazz, and that's true. I'm not showing a lot of jazz records because this thread, although I could do, just jazz, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is my 5 Miles Davis records I'll never sell, or my 5 Coltrane records I'll never sell, or my 5 Ornette records I'm never going to sell, or my 5 Thelonious Monk records I'm never going to sell, etc., etc. I think that might be interesting because does jazz suck or not? He got a lot of hits, no comments, but he got a lot of hits. So I think I might do that with the jazz. All right. Well, thank you very much, and hope this was edifying. Thank you.